I think there was like one or two healing dreams. Was that?
There's the main one where I walked to that house. So it
Yes.
started off where I'm leaving this one house where I was living in with all these other people. That it
Ah.
was like a house where people were working on themselves. It was like it was weird. Um anyways, I'm glad I wrote about it in detail. I don't remember now. Anyways, but when I left the house, right, somebody told me I had this gift and I had to go to this house down the street. And as I walked out, there was this big black truck on the driveway.
Ah,
And these
yes.
guys were trying to steal stuff off the
That's
tires
the
and off the
one.
car. And I walked up to them and I was able, and it was the first time in the dreams in like whatever, year and a half, 2 years going into this from the time of the attack where I was able to do something. And I told these guys, I'm like, you got two options. I call the cops or you pick up your stuff and you go and don't come back. And um, they picked up their stuff and went. Right.
That is such a beautiful
No
dream.
cops, no cops involved even in dreams. That's a good. I mean,
So that's the clear transformation dream.
yeah,
That's clear
yeah.
transformation.
So that's kind of like. So is that working into the?
Yeah, so the goal here, we can think of that the task here, the task shifts to containment, it's separation and it's containment of the emotion. And we have to do that so we know what it is and work with it. If we don't know what something is, it's pretty hard to work with it. Then the next phase is where it becomes symbolic and things become more harmonious in the sense where we're not, we're transformed and we're not being pursued. And successful entry into this phase means that we have essentially integrated the opposites from the enantiodromia. We've integrated both. So in this one, we have integrated self and emotion, right? We've come to terms with it. But in order to do it, we had to separate out first. And then we can begin to work with it and metabolize it, digest it,
Okay.
transform it. But in the process of doing that, that's transformation. And then that's what this symbolic phase is. It's the phase of we've transformed. And typically we will find symbols which will hold both poles of things. So when we separate from self and affect or self and emotion, then the next phase is to differentiate what emotions are in there and then split each of those into separates. And then eventually we find a common ground where we bring those back together again. In Jungian terms, a symbol, what he says is a symbol, is something which will hold both poles, both opposite poles at the same time. It's a harmonious holding of the poles. So for this one,
Harmonious holding
of the poles. Yeah.
Sitting in, yeah, I love it. Patent that and put a copyright on it. Because foundation step 3 of my book and the NBSR curriculum is like learning to be with the unpleasant and then recognizing when there's unpleasant, there's moments of pleasant.
There you go.
And there's both.
There you got
We're
it.
able to be with both.
Yes.
Or at least
that's it. That's
have
what
this emotional holding space for it.
Holding space for it. Exactly right. So that's the harmonious holding of the poles. And we can often determine symbols of stuff like that. I bet if we go back to your dream, we can figure out what those symbols are. That next dream where you go to the house where the woman meets you at the door.
It's still the same dream.
Oh, it is.
I'm leaving. So this is all like
okay.
Just I'll have to see if there was another dream in there. I don't remember how many I will, but yeah. So after I caught the guys, right, Then I was walking towards this place. Told me I had to go. I had a meeting or whatever it was. And then friends of mine from the house were telling me, "Hey, come on, we're going downtown to hang out and have fun." And I was like, instead of being pulled away, I stayed on the course. And then that's when I kept walking and I was carrying like this brown paper bag with like this stone in it and a gift of some sort. And as I was walking, I came to that big, beautiful field and I wanted to go into it, but the path went left. And as much as I was trying to get pulled off the path again, I decided, no, I got to stay on track. And then, so that's when I turned left and followed the path, and I came out to the house on the cliff over the ocean, and the woman opened up the door.
A lot of times in dreams, left is unconscious and right is conscious.
Hmm?
So left, you went deeper in.
Oh,
Would be a good way. The right, or maybe it's the right side path was like, I just want to have fun. But the other is some sort of,
interesting.
it's like that part of the dream was very spiritual.
Yeah.
Did you think?
Yeah, it was, so when I rang the doorbell, she opened up the door, the woman, and there was, some chanting, like some hymns or just some chanting in the background, and it felt very healing.
I bet it had to feel so good.
Yeah, it was like everything, bright lights. Um, and then after that, um, she said, um, "We've been waiting for you." Right?
It's
So
just
it was
such a
like
great thing to hear.
I was there, but they were like, "We're ready for you." Like the door's right there.
They were there for you.
Yeah, they knew I was coming.
Yeah, they knew you were
Like,
coming.
and then after I went in, then that's when I ended up across this table from this man with the white hair,
Okay.
and older man, and